Alright, so let's get started again. Last video ran a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I was trying to keep this at about 10-15, but let's get right ahead to attachments here. So for our attachments, we're gonna add our first one, which is going to be the attachment name, and that's gonna also be a string here. Then we're gonna add a static mesh that we're gonna be replacing with our, we're gonna be replacing it, each of them here with our static mesh whenever we need to. So let's make this a static mesh here. Okay. Next thing we're gonna need is a socket to put this in. So socket, and that's gonna be we're gonna give that a name variable. All right, and next one is our attributes, and this is where each attachment is going to be able to add or take away from our weapon attributes. So this is going to be attributes. All right, and we do need one more variable, which is going to be the type of attachment. So we're going to be creating an enum for that. So let's go ahead and create a new folder for our enum. Alright. And for this enumeration, we're going to call it attachment types. Alright, for our attachment types, let's see if we can bring this down. So, okay. Let's add a new type. So the first one is going to be optics, and then we're going to have our mag. We're going to have our under barrel. I think we had the muzzle. Then we had the stock. And we had optics, mag on the barrel, muzzle, stock, rear attachment. Alright. Let's just so the muzzle, optics, stock or attachment, mag, under barrel. So I think that's all we need. So we just need to add another variable here. I'm going to call it type. Then we're going to use that enum. There we go. So now that we've done that, just go back in our structs here and create a data table for that attachment. So miscellaneous here, it's going to be our attributes or attachments. I'm sorry, our attachments. Our attachments data. Now let's go create some attachments. So the first one, we're gonna call this our site. And this should be let's see, scope. And the socket name, So we'll have to go into our Kraken rifle here. So let's see. Let's bring it back up. Let's close out some of these. So, yeah. Alright, so on our Kraken rifle here, let's find our sight. Alright, so in this on this weapon here, the sight is actually on the on this rail here. So we're just gonna use the accessory rail here. We're gonna use that attachment for the sight. So alright, so we're gonna use for the socket for that. And next thing, let's never forget to name the row name. Alright, so gonna call this our silencer. And already have a muzzle socket there, so we're gonna put that on the muzzle socket. Alright, let's change the type to muzzle. And as you can see, you could change these attributes here, and later on when we add them to our weapon, we could be able to change them. Let's see what else we need to add here. So we have the buttstock. Okay, let's add that one in there.
Mickey baby.
It's your Mickey baby?
It's my Mickey baby.
Okay, bud.
Where's my pencil?
Give me a second here. Alright, back from our little adventure there. Let's go ahead and add our buttstock. Okay, and then also name this buttstock here. Alright, socket name would be socket buttstock. Okay. Alright, let's get those meshes in there. It's the buttstock. It's the silencer. And we're just going to change this to the rail. Yep, it's right here. Just because we're using that rail for the sight, but normally the rail will be something else. Alright, so for the moment, these are our 3 attachments that we're going to be attaching to our weapon when we get the chance. You can see here, there you go. And yeah. Alright, let's go to our weapon now. Alright, so we have the attachments ready. Let's move on to the next thing. So for starters, we want to bring up our character here, because we're going to be just adding the gun to him and taking away the little unreal weapon that he has. So we aren't gonna do a lot to the character. We're just gonna keep some of this stuff that's already in here. Not gonna do anything to shooter mechanics or anything like that. We're just gonna replace this weapon here that he has and use our current weapon. And yep. So let's go. Alright, since we got our character up, we're gonna go back to our gunsmith here and go into our weapons, and let's give the Kraken it's a little meshier, so we know what it is. Alright, and it should be good in the position it's in. Probably doesn't need to do a lot of change in here, but let's get back in our character and add them. So for starters, our character attaches the weapon on construct, but for start, we're just going to create a function here called spawn weapon, since we don't have any equip system or anything. So alright, and just gonna copy this over. Alright, first we need to set that mesh. Oh, okay, that's a grip point. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our spawn weapon thing. So when we do spawn weapon, we're just gonna go ahead and say spawn. Spawn actor from class here. The actor we're going to spawn is our Kraken rifle. Now to get the spawn transform, we're gonna get our multiplayer character here, and we're gonna get socket location or socket transform. Stick it in there, and our socket is going to be grip point. We're going to use grip point here for it. Alright. Once we do that, we're just going to promote this to a variable and call it current. And this current weapon here, if you have your own weapon system that equips and switches weapons and stuff like that, you're gonna always have a current weapon variable that holds all that information. So your current weapon little reference here is going to be used a lot. So in the current weapon, we're going to drag out and going to get the weapon mesh. It should be at the bottom. Okay. And then we're gonna grab and then set skeleton mesh. No, actually, we're not gonna do that. So we spawn that weapon at that location, which is our grip. Let's see how that works out first. That's what we need to spawn our weapons. But okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So in begin play here, we're gonna want to add our little function here, just to get it started. Let's see. All right. That's what I was figuring. I forgot. Now we want to attach it to our mesh here. I want to attach it to grip point. Alright, that should do it right there. Alright. Alright, there we go. stop this for the moment so we could move on to the next episode. We'll start, adding all the rest of the stuff in the next one. So, alright.